In the video today, we are going to explore why OPPO's Master Mode is the one mode you should use for all your photos. Because believe it or not, the OPPO Master Mode beats easily the default Auto mode. Let me explain why. The OPPO Master Mode is a pro camera setting often linked back to the partnership between OPPO and Hasselblad. It offers more natural and, even more important, less AI processed photos compared to the stock mode. And believe it or not, but this makes a huge difference, as you're gonna see later in this video. The Master Mode offers reduced sharpening, better colors, and of course also better dynamic range. So if you think that you can benefit from this mode, make sure to watch this video. And yes, the Master Mode has also a pro setting where you can modify exposure, ISO, everything you want. And it has also an auto setting. So it's as easier as using the normal stock auto camera with less processing, with better, more realistic pictures, without that much of an HDR, without that much of an AI processing. And at the end, it's going to be you to decide what you're going to use. But in this video, I want to showcase some examples that I shoot. Stock camera versus Master Mode. Stock versus Master Mode. And at the end, you're going to see Master Mode is the king. Let's do this. You're going to see a series of photos that are taken by the same phone. It's my OPPO Find X9 Pro, but the photo on the left is always going to be Master Mode Auto, and the photo on the right is going to be the regular stock auto photo. Now, pay attention and see what happens here. Sometimes when you're using the regular stock auto photo, the phone will decide and will do a 50 megapixel picture. So this will explain why sometimes here you can see the resolution is going to be bigger compared to what we have on the Master Mode. But besides this, let's start to dive deep, and we can immediately see what I was talking about. Just disregard the resolution. We can see how much softer and how much more organic the photo from the Master Mode on the left is. And the one on the right, the auto, really tries to shine everywhere, and it's really over processed, it's over sharpened, and it doesn't look that great. This is our second example, and you can see it is the same resolution. Now pay attention and see again. The auto mode is trying so hard to be pitch perfect, and from all that hard work, sometimes it will introduce artifacts. See here. This doesn't look that great, right? And on the Master Mode, it just looks stunning. Looks like a real photography. Another example, we are already using the Samsung ISOTEL HP5, which is the periscope camera, and you can see the same setting. If I am to start zooming in, you can see like how different this is. It really looks like taken from another phone. So the Master Mode will be softer most of the time, more organic. In general, it will be more pleasant for myself at least. Some people prefer something like this, very drastic colors, sharpness to the maximum, you know, that they think, oh, this is a good picture. But honestly, I just think this looks so much better for me. And even if you look at this, zoom in on the building, it looks so much better on the Master Mode. I don't really see any reason why I would like to use the auto mode again, honestly. And from here the differences will only get bigger, believe it or not. So again, a photo with the Master Mode to a photo with the auto mode, and you can see how the auto mode washes out the color sometimes. I can clearly see the green here, and I can clearly see that there is a shadow falling on that part. And here is the same, but sometimes it's either over sharpened, sometimes the colors are not even there, like the green here is definitely not as green here. And overall, if I start to zoom in, yeah, all right, you might think that there is more detail, but there is no more detail, right? It's just some AI stuff going on. You can even see this with the dogs, right? Like they're smudged and smeared. Again, a better picture here, definitely from the Master Mode. And then again, this is even so more evident when you start to zoom in. So take a look at this composition. We have clearly some shadows, a bit more of a highlights, shadows again. This is all not so much visible on the auto photo. Yes, fine, the dog looks probably all right. I mean, AI probably recognized that that's a dog. And now to the tree. Take a look at the tree, right? So if I start zooming in, yeah, this is not so good on the auto photo.
This is a macro attempt with the master mode. Here the biggest difference, besides of course the autofocus that wasn't so good on the auto mode, is kind of like the white balance. So not so drastic differences in that scenario. And now I'm going back to the main lens where you can see the phone decided again to use a high resolution. This is almost like double. But what happens when we start to zoom in? The wood here on the bench starts to lose its organic shape. It doesn't really look like a wood. It looks like a painting. And here, I guess the whole texture of the wood is just still there. So the next interesting question is going to be, what about the ultra wide? And we can see, yes, ultra wide, the same processing. Again, from the ultra wide, the phone tried to get a high resolution picture, and then everything else just doesn't look that great. Now, the differences probably are not that big compared to like the main camera, but the processing still from the ultra wide on the master mode is just better. You can see, it's softer. It's not over sharpened like on the photo here, and in general I really prefer it. And another photo with the main shooter, and the same observation here. There are these shadow details that are here but barely here. Like for example, this thing is not so big, some parts of this is missing. So if you think that there is no difference, oh yes, believe me, there is a difference. And now we're getting into the more interesting stuff. You can see this is a very, very good example. Now, when you take a photo against the sun, the auto mode will try to give you the best photo, which means it's going to try to give you all the shadows, but at the same time, it's going to try to expose all the highlights. And by doing so, by giving you a picture perfect photo, it actually eliminates the photo, because you can see how much better this thing looks here. Yes, sure, we can't clearly see the sun like here on the right. And yes, we are not able to see that much of a green here, but the shadows aren't crushed. But then everything else just looks like a real photograph, like you taking your camera and just doing a photo, boom, this is hopefully what you're gonna get. And these examples are gonna get even more evident with scenarios like this. Again, when you shoot against the sun, you're gonna get like a picture perfect photo from the auto mode, with all the highlights, all the shadows, with the sun, everything, high dynamic range, but you're not getting this. And honestly, I was able to see this with my eyes, barely like for a fraction of a second, and not this, right? This is not what my eyes are seeing, but they're seeing this. Definitely the better, the more realistic photo is here, the master mode. And then another example, and I realize I'm saying the better one, but some people might think that the photo on the right is the better one, so who am I to say? But what I like better, okay, my personal opinion is, yes, the master mode will get me results that I prefer compared to the auto mode, because they just look more as real photos and not as some HDR AI edited photos. So what I'm saying is, yes, despite the fact that a lot of computational photography is involved in both cases, the result from the master mode is a tiny bit better for me. And even you can see, like, sometimes it's going to be very, very close, like in this case, and sometimes it's going to be like this. Again, this is using now the periscope sensor. You can see this looks so perfect, it looks almost unreal, and this has the flaws, right? Yeah, but for sure it looks like a photo. And another example where the master mode will just give us better colors, more accurate colors. And another one, take a look at this. Like just this area, right? Everything's so nice, so well illuminated on the auto mode, but in reality, it is looking more like something like on the left and not like this on the right. And of course, I had to try the ultra wide, so same story with the ultra wide. Just look at this on the right? It's just not that good. It looks really, really weird when you start to zoom in. Another attempt for a macro mode, and you can see again, when you're so close, I guess, white balance probably like the biggest change here. And take a look at this photo from the main camera. This area here for sure is darker than the ones on the left. And when you see, the auto mode kind of completely gets this off. For a reason, I don't know, maybe they just again want to make everything picture perfect by the manipulation, and the processing is so heavy that you're missing on some authentic details from the photo. That's what I think. And after doing many photos, at some point I think I got it. Like, see what happens here. This is the main camera, right? We have a picture perfect photo from the auto camera. Again, the sun is here and everything around the sun, and all the trees, like properly exposed, because when we go to the left, we can see that the light here is so much that apparently, right, we get a bit of an overexposure. I'm not seeing all of those trees, but who cares, right? I want to see like a realistic photo. And the tree here is dark. The tree here again well exposed. So you see that auto mode is trying to balance things out for you. But take a look at this. Sometimes, yeah, it's just a bit too much, and it looks like something generated straight out of Google Nano Banana, because yes, that's what it is. It's AI. It's really heavy processing. See here, this isn't the best, right? But you know what? This is more accurate. So this is real, this is not real. And I do believe that this photo explains it all. Again, I was hiding behind a tree, right? Pointing to this area, but also trying to get the tree. So what the auto mode was doing, oh, okay, he wants to get like half of this picture to be in the dark, but I need to show the tree with everything, and it looks really perfect, beautiful. And I also need to show the buildings and the sun and everything. What did the master mode do? Well, yeah, it might have been a bit of a boring, but honestly guys, I kind of like the bokeh here and the fact that I don't really see what happens here. This was the idea of this photo, like me hiding behind the tree and putting the tree in the middle of the composition. So this thing here, so much better compared to this. Honestly, this is not bad. I'm not saying that this is bad. I'm just saying that this is real. And when I say better in this video, please equalize it to real. Same situation here. I was aiming at this tree in the sky. The auto mode was giving me all the nitty-gritty details. I barely can see it here. And honestly, if you ask me, I'll prefer this photo here from the auto mode. But okay, this one here is still the more realistic photo. When you try to go close to objects, then I don't believe there is a huge difference. But even in the case of this red fire hydrant, you can see what happens, right? Like AI tries so hard to get everything, all the letters, all the numbers, all the symbols, as the master mode will just get things done correctly. And I do believe that this is the accurate color, and some things will be a bit blurred. This is a good one from the main camera. You can see that the auto mode will try to get the grass so green, sometimes probably a bit too much. And this is a photo with the back camera, because master mode doesn't really work on the front camera. And you can see that it's good also with human skin. The auto mode will try to make my skin look weird, and this thing here on the left definitely way more realistic. So I really hope that you have enjoyed this video, and if that's the case, you might as well want to check some of my previous videos and subscribe for the channel. Thank you so much. VST over and bye.